Welcome guys. Having myself to some ice cream. Hey, what's up guys? Alright, let's begin. Hey, what's Sparky? Come in, Sparky. Oh, 4 likes. Thank you guys, thank you. Alright. Right, so let's start off with lowering the music here. Alright, so, and what was I saying? Yeah, so thank you guys so much for the 4 likes. I mean, I didn't even start yet, so that's amazing. Let's see if we can get to 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 tonight. Alright, so the first thing that I would need to talk about is, okay, so today, pretty interesting price action throughout the market here. We have I saw some pretty good bounces across a lot of the unprofitable growth names. So for example, ARKK is a very good indication of where the market could be. So whenever you see the market kind of showing mixed price action, and then you see an ETF, the ARK Innovation ETF, holding strong and closing strong, tells you that there's individual strength in certain names, specifically the unprofitable growth stocks, right? So that's where you want to have your attention in. Now, obviously, it would be great to have a complementing market strength and market move to the upside while these individual names are moving higher, since there's a greater probability for those names to continue to move to the upside, or at least continue to keep their gains throughout the day. But overall, just taking a look at this ETF, it's a very nice indication of where, not even just market internals, just the overall strength, right? Because again, we had financial strength today. The financial sector was strong. I believe energy was strong as well. There's a nice pop in both of those. And those sectors are considered defensive sectors. And this all occurred while the market kind of went down on the intraday. And even though we bounced right back up and we were kind of just moving up and down, up and down, up and down. I mean, that's what we've been doing for the past 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 days, including today. And if we literally just, take out the noise, SPY is just consolidating, right? And that's the reason why I titled this video, this live, Consolidation, right? Because that's exactly what's happening here. And people have seemed to forgotten that we just got that bullish crossover today of the 10 and the 21 estimates as well. So take a look right here, right? And so, my short-term momentum estimates, the 10 and 21 have officially crossed to the upside, having a nice bullish crossover, which means that the price should continue to move to the upside as the 10 estimate continues to support every single low that we test. So that's the reason, the major reason why we saw Friday being held off from selling further to the downside, and we immediately saw some great buying coming in at 430 to 429.50-ish area, right along with the 10 SMA, which also sat at this specific area or level as well. So, when we have such a crazy kind of volatile day like this, it's always good to see which individual sector is performing well. But at the same time, it's also good to see what group of individual tickers are also performing well, which is why looking at ARKK can sometimes be a very good indication of that, right? Because ARKK it's a very, you guys know the story, right? At this point now, you guys know the story of Cathie Wood and her ETF here, ARKK. But when we have individual strength like this in the innovation, quote unquote innovation, or just unprofitable growth tech companies on a day like this today, tells us that the market is not, it's not weak, right? Just based off of today's action, when we had the nice push upward from the market open, right? Because we had a nice gap down and we completely filled in the gap. Plus, we had a higher high compared to the previous high today. Tells me that we have been really strong for most of today. Now, if I go into 4-hour time frame here, we have again attempted to fill in this mid to late September gap. And if you guys remember, back in mid to late September, or actually late September, I told you guys that at some point in the far future, in the near-term future, not the far future, in the near-term future, we're gonna see a retest of 437, and at the same time, we're gonna see a 50%, about a 50% gap fill of this gap down, since we were moving away from it. We didn't even attempt to fill in the gap when we created this gap back in September 21st. So that's exactly what happened here, right? In this entire consolidation area, right? And we're still in this consolidation area right underneath 437. So as long as, okay, again, remember this, as long as the price is tightly consolidating right underneath 437, the price will eventually break to the upside. And so on Sunday, I told my members this: SPY is currently making a small micro cup and handle, right? We have the rounding bottom here that makes up the cup, and then this current consolidation phase that the market is in is our handle, right? And so if we combine those two together, we have a cup and a handle chart pattern. So basically, we have a very textbook flat handle between 430 to 437. But if you guys want to be, picture perfect on these handles, okay, I could make a level right here, right? So 433 to 437 is our handle, right? But obviously, that's your preference. You don't need to follow that. But again, I still have that maximum target in mind for this entire week to 440, or if you guys want a nice price range, I've been saying this for weeks now, 440 to 442. That is still intact. Okay, we've been constantly ignoring any type of large negative catalysts, like all the geopolitical news and tension coming out from the Middle East, right, with Israel and Hamas. With the market constantly gapping down and then immediately filling that gap right back to the upside, tells us that the market is just overreacting to all of those potentially bearish and negative geopolitical news and catalysts, right? I even said that when this entire conflict started too. And so, the fact that we've been actually seeing that as evidence shows us that the market really is just overreacting. And there's a good chance that we can still see that 440 to 442 price range target. Is everyone following me so far? Hey, 5 likes. Awesome. Thank you guys. Thank you. All right. So give me a thumbs up, react, or do something to let me know if you guys are following along. Hey, all right. See you guys' emojis there. This ice cream's good. Awesome. Hey, yes, perfect. So, in order for us to really understand what could happen this week, for the rest of this week, we have to take a look at what could potentially happen with Netflix and Tesla, because that's tomorrow, after hours. I believe Tesla is after hours too, right? If I'm not mistaken. Yes. Oh, wait. Yes. Hey, do nothing. Yes, sir. Awesome. Welcome, guys. Welcome. So, Tesla has earnings tomorrow after hours, and Netflix. All right. So, if these two mega cap stocks, these are part of the big cap stocks, or these are the ones that have been leading the charge up for most of this year. So, if they perform well tomorrow, the market should continue to move up, right? We also have OPEX on Friday as well, the monthly expiration date for October for options, and that should be interesting as well. But to be honest, in all honesty, I think we can squeeze into OPEX as well, right? Just like what I always say with earnings too, we can run up into earnings. I kind of treat it like that, right? So, by the end of this week, I really honestly think, based on what I just said there, we can hit at the minimum 440, okay? However, there is a caveat to this. So today, we rejected at around 438, and this 438 level is not that significant, but if you look closely, this right here, my daily 50 SMA, so let's get this out of our way here, the potential price path that I've really expertly drawn here, and we've been following that path since September. Anyways, so this daily 50 SMA is going to be a very, very hard area to get over, right? Because obviously the first retest is what? It's going to be a rejection. I mean, that's pretty obvious. And today's reaction, when we even got close to this circular area of the 50 SMA, this daily 50 SMA, tells me that we're going to see some pretty hard rejections at this 50 SMA. But that does not mean that we're going to see some sort of an intermittent top at the 50 SMA. That could be possible, but again, everyone's eyes are laid on this 440 level, or the 440 to 442 price range target. So whenever we have this, a lot of liquidity around this area, there's a lot of potential shorts that are sitting at 440, right? And if buyers are able to come out to 440 and continue to pound this level, we should be able to kick out all those sellers, right? And buyers can flood in, and we can get to that 442 maximum price range target, right? And this is if and only if we can go over the daily 50 SMA. So that is the only one caveat that could potentially hinder us from hitting at the minimum the 440 resistance level or price target for this week, as I've told to my members on Sunday night, all right, with the CFO Swing and Watch technical analysis video. Okay, so hey, whoa, welcome guys. Hey, 6 likes. Woo. Let's get to 10, guys. Let's get to 10. Again, if you guys are enjoying this information, please leave a like down below. It really helps with the YouTube algorithm. But again, if you guys don't like what I'm saying, if you guys don't agree with what I'm saying, you guys don't need to hit the like button. That's totally fine. I'm just being very honest. It really helps with the YouTube algorithm. So if you guys would kindly leave a like down below. That'd be great. If not, again, that choice is yours, right? I'm not controlling your mouse cursor. I'm not controlling your computer. That's all up to you. So, with SPY again, I don't think there's so much to fear from geopolitical tensions and potentially more bad news coming out for the rest of the week. I don't need to really convince you guys that that's potentially happening, because the market has been doing that, right? Every single time that we gap down or we have a negative news come out and the market reacts to the downside, we come right back up. So if that's not enough information, I don't know what is. Or if that's not enough evidence as well, I don't know what is. So that's totally up to you guys, but the market is telling us what it wants to do with that information. And if you guys saw my tweet on X or Twitter, I think I said this last week, or actually over the weekend, I said that most of this news is overblown and just mostly overreaction. So again, the evidence is right in front of our faces, right? That the market is telling us that, right? That was my speculation, and my speculation was confirmed by how the market reacted. Does that make sense, guys? Hopefully that makes sense. Hey, 7 likes. Awesome. Hey, I see your guys' emojis as well. Thank you, guys. Thank you. Kind of like that new feature on YouTube. It's really nice to see that there's live people actually reacting, right? Instead of just me being in silence. And for all new people are wondering what the sound is, I'm eating an ice cream. Kind of melting though, so very, very good. I'm eating Magnum ice cream. I don't even know they made ice cream. It's a mini non-dairy almond Magnum ice cream. It's very good. Very, very good. Hey, you too. Hey, what's up? That's what's up, man. Oh, my ice cream got stuck. I couldn't talk for a second. I meant to say that's what's up, not what's up. Anyways, so back to the topic at hand. We have Netflix tomorrow. Okay, so that's what I'm expecting for SPY. Nothing too radical, nothing too crazy, nothing to, ponder about. I just think that the market is going to continue to trudge up higher. That's it. All right, and we're going to hit our 440 to 442 price range target. That's all. Okay, so now for Netflix, if I'm expecting the market to run up tomorrow, I expect Netflix to do the same tomorrow. Why? Well, first of all, I am a bit biased because I am in Netflix right now, and I'm only relying on the fact that I'm waiting for a premium pump. Right? I'm waiting for the IV jump to occur tomorrow, which will most likely happen, and which will ultimately pump out the premium on my contracts. So that's all I'm looking for. I'm not looking to hold through earnings. I'm not looking to gamble 50-50 there. So, do what you want with that information. If you guys want to gamble, good luck, but I'm not. But technical analysis wise, okay, so today Netflix was surprisingly weak, right? Because most big tech names or mega cap names actually recovered really well, like Amazon, Google. I think Apple recovered well today too, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, Apple did pretty good today too, and including Tesla as well, right? Obviously, I just showed you guys that earlier. So Netflix was kind of the only one that didn't do too well, and most amateur traders will probably think that, oh, this is a chance to go long and hold through and gamble into earnings tomorrow because the price went down on the day before, right? That sounds logical, but again, that's still a 50-50 ratio of risk to reward, which is basically gambling on whether or not the price is going to react to the upside or to the downside off of earnings report, right? So, do what you want with that information as well. So Netflix, we've bounced at this 355.40 or 50-ish whole number level again, right? We closed over this level at 355.72 today. But the only concerning thing was that, again, it was the weakest mega cap or big tech name today out of all of them. And it broke below the previous low of the day. So yesterday's low of 354.77. So that's a little bit troubling. However, okay, again, we have earnings tomorrow. So I expect to see some sort of a bounce as people are positioning themselves to hold through earnings for most of the day tomorrow, right? And the IV jump to also help me along the way too, right? With my own position. So, but again, this is what I gave to my my CFO Stream Watch members over the weekend, right? Long over 356.55, which was the official entry point over the 356.50 whole number level. And yesterday we got a nice big jump to the upside. A great day trade would have worked perfectly fine as well. And if you guys want to go on the 15-minute time frame and show you guys what happened, all right, it was literally a picture perfect trade here, right? So retest at 355.50 and it broke over 356.50 and continued to make higher highs and higher lows for the entire day yesterday. All right, so that's exactly what you want to see as a day trader. All right, so Netflix tomorrow, I really don't care what could come out tomorrow because I'm not holding through earnings. But Netflix, definitely take a look at what they report though, because it could be kind of telling on how people are feeling with subscription-based platforms, especially with Netflix entertainment, right? I mean, we saw a boom in subscriptions even after the fact that Netflix increased their rates. Plus, they added that ad tier, right? The ad tier subscription rate, or yeah, ad subscription tier, right? So, even with that fact alone, they still saw an increase in subscriptions, which is pretty interesting. But last week we got some bad news, or I think it was 2 weeks ago, the first week of October, where Netflix didn't seem to be doing too well with how they were running that specific tier for the subscription model, where they do provide ads, and some companies have apparently complained to Netflix that they weren't pushing that specific tier enough. So that could be saying some internal problems may be occurring in the company with that specific tier and how they're trying to manage having ads on their platform, right? So, that's something to consider before, the actual earnings reports comes out and actual numbers come out. But it's something to think about, okay? So Netflix, definitely keep your eyes on that one tomorrow, and Tesla, because the reactions are going to be the most important thing tomorrow. So the after hours reaction can lead into a potential bearish or bullish reaction in the pre-market as well, if those overnight moves are held, right? Whether it be up or down, I don't know what it will be, or I can't tell the future, especially on the 50-50 probability here on earnings catalysts. So, hopefully you guys can do your due diligence and not try to gamble. But if you guys do, I mean, that's all on you. I have only one thing to tell you guys: good luck. Manage your risks safely. So yeah, that's all I have for you guys for Netflix. Okay, and again, tomorrow I am only playing Netflix because I want to have, well, the IV pump, right? The premium pump from IV. That's it. That's literally it. If that doesn't occur tomorrow, then I have to get out, right? Because I have a weekly expiration. Any questions, guys? Any questions? Hey, thank you guys for the love. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, well, I mean, that's literally all I have for you guys this week. Well, today. Again, SPY, keep it very simple. right? We're seeing a nice cup and handle chart pattern, right? Cup, handle, right? Flat handle, and that 440 to 442 price target range, right? I've been saying this over and over again the past 2 weeks, right? So if you guys didn't get the message, then I don't know what else to say, because I've been saying that same statement for the past 2 weeks, and you know, we've been continuously, specifically buying UPRO, right? I mean, it's the Ultra Pro S&P 500. So, you know, this is basically following the S&P 500 because it's just the Ultra Pro shares, right? And I really expect UPRO to do well too. It had a nice increase in volume today. I'll be, well, actually, I think today was the last day for me to add if I want to add, because I did add, but I don't think I will be adding more depending on how we could potentially react tomorrow at this 43.85-ish level on UPRO, or if I translate that to SPY, that's 437, right? So again, as long as we can break over 437 like we try to do today and stay on top of 437, flipping this resistance into a new support, right? So old resistance into new support. What does that sound like, guys? An uptrend, right? A typical textbook uptrend consists of the price always flipping old resistances into new supports. Very, very basic thing to understand. All right. Man, this ice cream is really refreshing and nice. Now, before I leave, okay, SPY weekly time frame. If you guys don't see it, I'm gonna let you guys know right now, but we have a macro cup and handle. I've been saying this thing for months now. Months as in I've been saying this since I believe end of August into early September. All right, so we have this rounding bottom as our cup, and then this current consolidation that we've been seeing, this or the daily flag that we saw on the daily time frame, is our handle. So this is the I guess descending handle is what I would call it. Okay, and so the textbook flat handle that we tend to see, right? But in this case, it's just a descending handle, or I guess an angled handle. Whatever works for you. It's just semantics here now. But overall, we have this weekly cup and handle that we've been forming. So if we can get that Q4 run into November and into December, we should be breaking out of this cup and handle chart pattern. However, if the market continues to move sideways with little tiny pops up and here and there, okay, and if we refuse to try to make any attempts to rally, I don't think we're gonna make new highs for the rest of this year. Okay, because remember, the highs of this year is currently sitting at 459.44. So right now, in my head, I'm thinking we will probably retest near this high of 2023 of 459.44. But if we don't see any signs of the market wanting to rally straight to the upside and make new highs for the rest of the year, we're most likely not going to clear the current 2023 highs. Okay, so that's just from a very, very conservative perspective on my Q4 rally that I've been advocating for. So just take that with just make sure, just understand, guys, this is what I'm trying to say. So just make sure to understand that, yes, I'm expecting a Q4 rally. I still wholeheartedly believe that. But if worst comes to worst, okay, I would say that rally could be short-lived in the sense that we do not go over the current 2023 highs at 459.44. And if we do, then I expect 460 to be a major level of resistance. And we reject down and we create a double top. And now where would you see a double top? Well, from the previous 2023 highs at 459.44, and then potentially somewhere around late December or early or whatever, December, November, wherever it could be, right? I'm just expecting an overall Q4 rally into the end of the year, right? So late November, early December, whatever it may be. Okay, so there could be a potential double top if we don't see enough juice, enough momentum to rally us higher to create a higher high compared to the current highs of 2023 sitting at 459.44. Does that make sense? Okay. So if you guys have any questions, please let me know. I mean, I've been trying to keep it as simple as possible for you guys to understand what's going on. I know there's a lot of talk of highs, higher highs, but if you guys want me to clarify that, please let me know. If not, just give me some reactions, just to, you know, confirm that you guys understand what I'm saying. Hey, thank you guys. Thank you. Okay. Well, it seems like you guys are pretty much understanding so far. Okay. So with that in mind, right, good luck tomorrow. We have still some October volatility. Again, I've told my members this even before October began, but I said October is going to be, or I believe, no, it was the first week of October. I told my members that October is still going to be a month of volatility, right? I said, don't get it wrong. October is still going to be having some sort of volatility. It's most likely the residues of the volatility that we had from August and September kind of just slowly spilling themselves into October. But overall, the October volatility should be a lot lower compared to, let's say, August, or even in September alone, right? So, you know, again, I've been saying this since Q3, since July, I believe early July, that October is going to be the bottoming month, which means we're going to be finding a bottom. And then somewhere between October to November, it's going to be that official pivot where we start that end of the year rally. Does that make sense? All right. I'm pretty sure you guys remember what I said back in early July. So why do I think that? Because I've said it multiple times, right? Everywhere, on every single social media platform. All right. So good luck tomorrow, guys. And for the rest of the week, I will see you guys on Thursday at the same time at 8 o'clock. It seems like people are joining in a lot more at these later times. That's pretty interesting. So 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time or 11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time is when I'm going to be live on Thursday. So good luck, and I'll see you guys, the people who are in my private CFO Discord, or my students that are watching right now. I'll see you guys back in the Discord, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Have a great rest of your night.